Princess here. I hope everything's going well. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything is going spectacular. Before we get into this video, I want to say that this is not the video that I planned on making. I had my stuff already scheduled out and everything, and things just didn't work out. Number one, while I was editing the video, I guess I closed out the editing software too quickly, so all of my edits didn't save. So I was like, great. On top of that, though, the video that was supposed to go up, it was supposed to be like me getting ready for the fall semester in college, and I went like shopping, all that good stuff. I have a lot of clips and everything, but then I thought about it, and school doesn't start to the end of August, and I was like, maybe it's just a little too early for that type of video. So that video will be coming though closer to when school starts, so it makes a little bit more sense instead of it being basically a month before school starts. So there's that. But anyways, this video in particular is talking about the fact that I got challenged. If you don't know, if you're new here, you don't really know me like that, your girl gets peer pressured really quickly. On top of that, if you tell me I can't fucking do something, I'm gonna do it solely out of spite. Just because. Fire sign, Sagittarius. Don't tell me I can't do something. Okay? Great. During Sunday sprints, if you don't know, I do Sunday sprints every Sunday on this channel, Sunday reading sprints. But during sprints, we'll talk about series and how I haven't finished a single series this year yet. I have not. So a couple of my community members was like, oh, I bet that you can't finish series and stuff. I was like, I feel like I could finish 6 series before the year is up. And they were like, no, you can't. And I was like, now I can. Now I can. Now I can definitely do it. So if I do it, I get some books. I get a book from Jen and a book from Rachel, if I'm not mistaken. But nevertheless, I want to go over the books that I'm planning on reading to finish out series to set me up for success. I can do it. I feel like I can do it. Probably delusional. But I can definitely try though. And I feel like I could do it. So, you know, we're gonna see. Before we get into the books, don't forget to like the video if you like and subscribe down below if you have not already. Okay, great. Let's go ahead and get to the books. I thought, me being smart, okay, big brain action, you know what I mean? Like, big brain thoughts. I was like, yo, Princess, there are some books that you literally only have the last one to read before the series is finished. I also have so many duologies, so we should target those. So that was my thought process. Series I have 1 book left, and duologies. Good idea. Let's do it. We're going to talk about the series. I have 1 book left in that series, and then we'll go into the duologies. Sounds good? Let's do it. First, we're going to talk about the Just Ella series. So that consists of Just Ella, which I've read, Palace of Mirrors, which I read, and I have not read Palace of Lies yet. And this is all by Margaret Peterson Haddock. So Just Ella is like a retelling of Cinderella, but it's set after everything cracked off and stuff. This is set as she is preparing to marry Prince Charming and such. It's really good. I enjoyed it. These books are actually not even on my shelf. They were in the closet. I literally just have this 3rd one to finish, and I most likely will be reading just this one. I try not to have like as big of a space between my series because I will literally just forget what happened in books 1 and 2. But because these ones are so like original, I remember everything that's happened in book 1 as well as book 2. Book 2 actually followed like a whole different girl and such, but characters from the first book showed up in the second book. The 3rd one I think is after the events of the 2nd one, and I think, I have no idea. So if I want to set myself up for success, I need to target these books, these ones that I literally just have 1 more book left. Just 1. The next series I literally just have 1 book left. That is the Illuminae Files by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. But I am planning on actually reading Obsidio this month, in the month of July. I'm hoping to actually get to it soon, probably like within like the next week or so. But I read Illuminae and Gemina a while ago, so, and they are also fairly original, so I remember everything that's happened in these 2. I just need to read this last one, and because fuck that, okay, because we're gonna do this. Okay, when I read Obsidio in July, I will have one series knocked out, which means I just have 5 more to go. So that is the plan. If you don't know what Illuminae is about, Illuminae follows 2 exes. They just broke up right before their planet was exploded by a corporation. So the survivors of this explosion are on like a ship, and then the corporation's on a different ship, and they're trying to catch the ship that the survivors are on so they can kill them, so they don't tell what happened, because this corporation wasn't supposed to do this. They were doing some shady shit on this planet. Basically, it adjusts. That's what the first one's about. I'm not going to go into what the second one is about because I don't want to spoil it. Even though the second one follows different individuals, I don't want to go into it. And I believe the third one follows, again, different individuals, but the people from the previous books kind of convene and connect. So, I believe. I don't know. But that is the plan, though, is for me to read Obsidio this month. Hopefully. Well, not hopefully. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it just so I can tell you individuals that thought I couldn't do this, that I did it, and I'm the best. It's going to happen. The next series that we're going to talk about is the Broken Earth trilogy. So I've read the 5th season and the Obelisk Gate, but I read both of those last year, maybe, or maybe even the year before. I was buddy reading it with my husband. And so when this whole challenge occurred, I was like, oh, I'll just read Stone Sky. Easy. I'll start Stone Sky. I started Stone Sky last week and was completely fucking lost. Completely lost. So I was like, ooh, that's not good. That's not good. So I am going to have to reread the 5th season and the Obelisk Gate before I can read Stone Sky. I am hoping to read to reread the first 2 over the next couple months and then read Stone Sky, because I really just need to read Stone Sky. Like, literally, I read the other 2 and I remember like key things and things that events that happened, but as soon as I started Stone Sky, I think I was like maybe 3 chapters in and I was just completely fucking lost. I was lost and I was like, I could have kept going, but that's not like pleasing, you know what I mean? I couldn't explain the 5th season to y'all if I wanted to. I've tried in a previous video, and in my Fantasy Girl Summer video. So if you want to hear how I explained it, you're welcome to check out that video. I'll link it down below and up top. I think it's right here. I think I'll link it up top. But it's very difficult, and it didn't work last time. It's probably not going to work this time, so I'm not going to do it. So the next duology, I actually have a plan for. I've said this before. I actually said this in a Fantasy Girl Summer video as well. But We Hunt the Flame was amazing. Okay, it's amazing. If you haven't read it, you should definitely read it. I loved it. Tabbed it up. I have multiple copies of this book. I still have not finished We Free the Stars, but I have a plan. I have a plan for it. I got right here 179 pages into it and I stopped reading it. I don't know what it is about this book that's keeping me from finishing it. Probably because I love this one so much, and I already love this one, but I just don't want it to end, so I just haven't finished it yet. But this is definitely going to happen. I said this last year. Look, in all fairness, I said this last year. I've said this multiple years, I'm sure. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I have a plan. I have a vacation coming up. I'm not going to go much more into it. I have a vlog coming up dedicated to continuing series. Thanks, you Instagram motherfuckers who picked that shit. But anyways, I am really, really excited. If you don't know what We Hunt the Flame is about, it's amazing. That's all you need to know. It is that it's amazing. And Slow Burn is so good. I wouldn't consider this romantasy because there isn't very much romance, but there is a lot of angst and a lot of buildup. And so far, the only thing that has happened, as far as me being aware, and I've read We Hunt the Flame multiple times, was a fucking kiss. That's literally the only thing that's happened. And it was so good. It was so good. But anyways, so yeah, this will be read. It has to be. And that was also a requirement of the challenge. Jen's requirement of the challenge is that one of the 6 series has to be this book. So I gotta do it. And just because y'all said I can't do it, it's gonna be done. So there you go. I can hear Paco already. I can hear him. I don't need the sass, Paco, before you even comment, okay? The Nevernight trilogy. So, technically speaking, I have more than one book to finish this. I have the second half of the second book and the third book, but I wanted to add this on here because I would love to have this trilogy finished before the year is up. And I say I got like half into the second one. Obviously not. I got a third into it, definitely. But I loved Nevernight. Can't stand Jay Kirsoff. Literally, he's the fucking worst. White man be white man, you know what I mean? Married to a white man, okay, I could say that. But I like love these so much. Well, as far as I got to. So instead of me rereading Nevernight, because I'm not going to, I very well am aware of what the fuck happened in Nevernight. I will be restarting God's Grave and then going to Dark Dawn, hopefully, before the year is up. See, I say hopefully because I don't want to like get anybody's hopes up of like, oh, she said she's gonna do it and such, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I feel like this is possible if I target the books that are finished, or if I target the series that are finished, as well as the series I literally only have one more book left. So that is the plan, at least. So we're going to go ahead and go into the duologies. I've already talked about one, which is the We Hunt the Flame and Read for the Stars. But I have a couple other duologies in mind. So let's talk about those. We have The Wrath of the Dawn and The Rose and the Dagger, both by Renee Ahdieh, obviously. And I've read The Wrath and the Dawn and loved it. It was really, really good. And I just need to read The Rose and the Dagger. Most likely, I'm not going to lie to y'all. Again, for those of y'all who don't know me, I love rereading books. They're like legit, it's like one of my favorite things to do. I will most likely be rereading The Wrath and the Dawn and then going into The Rose and the Dagger. The problem with that is that when I normally reread books, I never continue on to the next one because I'm just content with the first one, which is how we got into the situation in the first place. I'm not having any series done in 2024 yet. So that's the plan with these. I would definitely consider these romantasy. Definitely. Super consider these romantasy. But I love them so much. They're beautiful. Her writing is beautiful. The Beautiful series, beautifully written. Gorgeous. The only reason why that's not on this list is because there are two in that series I need to read, and there's four. There's a quartet. So I would probably like to feel comfortable with it. I will probably reread The Damned. I will reread The Damned before going to The Righteous and then ending it with The Ruined. Hey, I was right. I got it right. Anyways, so that's why it's not on this list, but these ones are, because I definitely feel like I can do these fairly quickly and easily because they're so easy to read and they're beautifully written. So I feel like it'll be a lot of fun. And then we have The Blood Trials and The Blood Gift. I read The Blood Trials, loved The Blood Trials, met Annie Davenport, by the way. She is amazing. She's beautiful, and I highly suggest these books. This one, at least, in particular. I know a lot of people said that this one ended very quickly and they didn't like how it ended and that they wish that there was a third book, that it was a trilogy, but I couldn't fucking care less. I loved The Blood Trials and I'm really excited to finish out the duology by reading The Blood Gift and to see what happens, epic ending. So that is the plan. These are more sci-fi than fantasy, but nevertheless, it's a duology and I got some series I need to read. So we're gonna put it on the list. Another duology that I desperately want to get to, like desperately, and it's a duology, so it's only two, and it's quick. It's these two. These Violent Delights and Our Violent Ends by Chloe Gong. I have not read these. I even painted these pages myself. I did these, right? And I just have not read these yet. But I hear great things, and I even have like Our Lady Fortune and stuff like that. I have those as well, so I desperately need to read these. I hear great things about it. I know there's like a whole bug situation in the first one from what I hear, but I am so excited to get to them. From what I hear, set in Shanghai, set in the 1920s. I haven't really heard much because I mind my business, and if I have not read a book and I want to, I will not look into them. So I have them both. Might as well add them to the list. Hopefully I can read them. Hopefully I can do this in time. At this point, I've talked about over 6 series already, but I just want to give myself options. I got options. It's good. If you have options, it's a good thing. We're going to go ahead and add a romance series on here. because I only have one book left. It's not a duology. I know we're talking about duologies, but I just remembered these right now. And those are the Kiss Quotient, the Heart Principle, and the Bride Test. Wait, actually, I think it goes this one first, and then that one, and then this one. So I have not read this one. This is the only one I have not read. But I read these two and loved these two. These are the Illuminae edition ones, by the way. But I love these so fucking much. I love the representation. I love the writing. I love that there's not like super amounts of sex. Even though the first one, the guy is literally like an escort. But nevertheless, I am super excited to finally finish this out. I will not be rereading the first two because I don't need to. So I will definitely be reading this one though. And I'm going to consider it a series because they're all connected. So I'm going to consider it a series. Obviously, Illuminae consider it a series. All three of them are together. So that's what I'm doing. It makes sense to me. But this next one probably won't make any sense. So hear me out. This is going to be a stretch. But hear me out. So look. So I have a Court of Thorns and Roses, a Court of Mist and Fury, and a Court of Wings and Ruin, right? Technically speaking, I should probably be including a Court of Frost and whatever the fuck that small one is called. Frost and some shit. Frost, I don't fucking know. Anyways, but so when we were talking about this during sprints, I was like, is it safe to say that technically speaking, these three are like a series, and then the fourth one, the Court of whatever, is like a half book to connect the first series to the second series, in which the second series starts with a Court of Silver Flames. Is it fair to say that? And Jen, right, which in actuality, that's really all who really matters. Jen was like, I feel like that's fair to say. So I'm going to go ahead and put this out here now. Is it fair to say that? Is it fair to say that these three are like the core series, right? The first series, and then the tiny one is like a bridge going into the second series. Is it fair? Is it fair to say that? So if I read these three, would y'all consider that a series read? Because in all actuality, that's really all that matters. Do y'all consider this a series read if I just read these three? Last but not least, I feel like oh no, actually no, there's two more. There's two more I want to talk about, but I don't feel like grabbing them, so I'm just going to go ahead and put them on the screen. So the other series that I want to talk about is because I have two left, and it's a quartet, and that is the Ember and the Ashes series. I am on book 2 right now, and then there's 4 of them. So, I mean, technically speaking, then, I literally have 2.5. But I have some months to finish this. Am I being delusional? Maybe. Possibly. But I want to give myself some options, just in case y'all say, yeah, no, A Court of Thorns and Roses consists of all 5 books and that are out right now, and it's not even finished yet. And then, in that case, then I'm not gonna... I mean, I am going to focus on reading them because my whole vow renewal is based off of it. But I'm not going to, like, push myself to finish that series, like, drastically, right? Versus this is a time constraint type of thing, you know? So, I'm going to throw in an Ember and the Ashes quartet. I'm on book 2 at this very moment in time. If I can finish book 2 by next month, then by August, then possibly I can read the last 2 books, you know? I'm trying not to go into anything more than 3 books unless I only have 2 books left or something, but, you know, I don't know. I kind of just wanted to include it in here anyways. But last but not least, I want to finally finish out Mistborn Era 1. I've read book 1 and book 2. I would like to reread book 1 and book 2 before reading book 3, and that is the plan. So that's why I want to talk about it. I literally only have the third one left in the first era. So if I can just reread those 2, if I can reread those 2, then I just have the last one. Yeah, totally. That works. But I'm just like, there is something wrong with me. I have problems. Oh, my bad. Also, there's one more. I apologize. There's also the Remnant Chronicles. The Remnant Chronicles, I've read book 1, loved book 1, which is A Kiss of Deception. Hated book 2, which is the beauty of darkness or something like that. Couldn't stand book 2. And so I just have the third one left. But again, that's another one I would prefer to reread. I haven't read The Kiss of Deception in years, and I haven't read The Beauty of Darkness in years. It's been years since I read those two, so I would like to reread those two before going into the last one. And that's what kind of was like holding me up, though, is that I want to reread. Another one. Sorry. I know I said just those two, and then I added 3 right now, but also Serpent and Dove. I do not need to reread Serpent and Dove, which is the first one, but I do have I haven't read Blood and Honey or Gods and Monsters. I haven't read those two, so we're just gonna throw it in here. We're gonna throw it in here. So those are all of the books that I hope to read to beat this challenge. Like, I love me a good challenge. Like, personally, I love challenges. I love readathons. They are just what gives my soul drive, you know what I mean? Like, I personally love it. I know some people can get overwhelmed by this type of thing, but I love it personally, so I'm really excited about it. And hopefully we can, like, you know, all come to agreement on some things. But nevertheless, once I read and finish 6 series, I can't wait to rub it in some of y'all fucking face that be talking shit, because I know for facts I'm not a series finishing type of person. It's just not me. I don't like being in the same world too fucking long. I just don't like it. And I obviously don't like finishing series for whatever reason. Don't like finishing series. But yeah, those are the books. I will make sure I list them down below if you want to like look into them individually, if you would like to, or the series itself and stuff. I'll just list them down below for you. You can definitely check them out. Outside of that, though, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here because I have therapy in a little bit, and then I'm gonna need to edit this video, and then it will be out Thursday. Sure, I don't know. I'm gonna say Thursday because I don't know if I'll have time to edit it tonight. But oh, I also need to start the other vlog. Sorry, drifting. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your time and your energy. I really, really appreciate it. I appreciate you. And I hope that y'all have a wonderful day, night, morning, whatever the case may be. And I'll see y'all in my next one, or on reading sprints, or in any of my socials down below. By the way, back on socials. So they're all down below for you if you want to follow me on any of those. So I'll catch y'all in the next one. Okay, cool. Bye.